Sadness. A feeling of sorrow or unhappiness. He was filled with sadness after hearing the bad news. The movie left her with a deep sense of sadness. There was a look of sadness in his eyes. Disgust. A feeling of revulsion or profound disapproval. The smell of rotten food filled him with disgust. He felt a sense of disgust at the injustice. She looked at the mess with disgust. Love. A profound feeling of affection and care. They shared a deep love for each other. Her love for her family was unconditional. He expressed his love through small acts of kindness. Joy. A feeling of great pleasure and happiness. The holiday season brings joy to many people. He jumped for joy when he heard the good news. The birth of her child filled her with joy. Shame. A painful feeling of humiliation or distress caused by foolish behavior. He felt deep shame for his past mistakes. Her face burned with shame after the incident. She couldn't bear the shame of failing. Loneliness. A feeling of sadness because one has no friends or company. He felt a deep loneliness after moving to a new city. The elderly often struggle with loneliness. She reached out to friends to combat her loneliness. Disappointment. A feeling of sadness or displeasure caused by one's hopes or expectations. He felt deep disappointment after the rejection. The team's loss was a huge disappointment. Her disappointment was clear when she didn't win. Happiness. A feeling of joy, contentment, or satisfaction. Happiness radiated from her as she received the award. She felt overwhelming happiness on her wedding day. The children's laughter brought happiness to the room. Anger. A strong feeling of displeasure or hostility. His face turned red with anger during the argument. She couldn't hide her anger at the unfair treatment. He tried to control his anger, but it was difficult. Excitement. A feeling of great enthusiasm and eagerness. She felt excitement for the upcoming vacation. His excitement was contagious at the sports event. They could hardly contain their excitement on the first day of school. Gratitude. A feeling of thankfulness and appreciation. They expressed their gratitude with a small gift. His gratitude was evident in his heartfelt thank you. They expressed their gratitude with a small gift. Empathy. The ability to understand and share the feelings of another. She felt empathy for her friend's loss. His empathy allowed him to connect deeply with others. They showed empathy by listening without judgment. Anxiety. A feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease about something with an uncertain outcome. She felt anxiety before the job interview. His anxiety about the exam kept him up at night. They tried to manage their anxiety with deep breathing. Doubt. A feeling of uncertainty or lack of conviction. She felt doubt about the success of the plan. His doubt grew as he listened to the conflicting advice. She felt anxiety before the job interview. Confusion. A feeling of bewilderment or lack of clarity. She felt confusion over the complex instructions. His confusion was apparent when he received mixed signals. They looked at each other in confusion. Trust. A firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. She felt trust in her partner's support. His trust in his team was unwavering. They built a relationship based on mutual trust. Guilt. A feeling of having committed wrong or failed in an obligation. Her guilt gnawed at her for not keeping her promise. He felt guilt over lying to his friend. The guilt of his past mistakes weighed heavily on him. Surprise. A feeling of shock or astonishment caused by something unexpected. She gasped in surprise at the unexpected gift. There was a look of surprise on her face when she won. His sudden arrival was a complete surprise.